Hey guys, Andrew McFarland here from StartAJuiceBar.com. Hope you're feeling amazing, happy, healthy, and thriving. Today, I'm going to share with you the top 3 things that I've learned from being a food service entrepreneur. Now, before we dive into the content, if you guys are new to the channel, you don't know who I am, you don't know what we do. For over the past 10 years, myself and our agency has had the pleasure of helping hundreds of entrepreneurs like yourself launch and scale and grow healthy food service concepts. So juice bar and smoothie bar concepts, acai bowl concepts, healthy plant-based cafes, and so on. So all the information that we're giving you here is coming from experience. None of it's hypothetical. So also, if you guys have been liking the content that's been posting, press the like button because this helps expose the content to more people, and together we can make the world a healthier place by empowering more entrepreneurs as well. So diving into today's topic of conversation, I thought it was important to really distill some of my essential learnings. I realized that this is kind of like a juice bar or healthy cafe MBA, this channel, and you know the course that we created, which if you haven't taken, I encourage you to take. There's a link down below. But this is topic of conversation, and everything that we talk is really like, it's the learning that you're going to get without having to go through the process. And you still will learn more by going through the process, but I always realize that when people are educated, there's ways to distill knowledge, right? A lot of the information I learned as a kid growing up and going even towards, high school and college age, I realized that there were only a few essential things that I really needed to know. And a lot of it was just a lot of fluff. And so we really like to share with you the things that are critical and most important. So distilling the top 3 things that I've learned as a food service entrepreneur, and there's more, but these are really some of the most important ones. Starting with number 1 is the importance of your mindset and mind state, right? You are at the center of your business. Everything that is created in your company is a byproduct of you, or if you have a business partner as well, of the people who are in the core team. And so it's really, really important that you guys or yourself has a really clear mindset, are balanced in your emotions, are really thinking critically about how you're approaching your problems, about how you're strategizing about your goals. Most of entrepreneurship is a mental game, right? It's about really realizing that there are sometimes intelligent ways to do things and hard ways to do things. And a lot of times in hindsight, you realize, myself included, that the ways that I'd gone about doing a lot of things were more difficult because of my lack of information and my lack of the right kind of mindset. So keep exposing yourself, like I said, to content like this. It's going to help expand your mind and give you new strategies of the ways that you can think about your problems. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the power of people. And what I mean by that is, this goes for any business, but having a staff, having a team is really leverage for you to grow. Because I mentioned in a previous video, I have a friend who we were talking and she was saying, oh, I'm scared to hire staff because it's going to be too much of an expense. And I said, your staff is not an expense, it's an investment. It's an investment to help you grow. There's no business that I've ever seen that has gotten to any massive scale that is just run by one person. So what that means is that at a certain point, you have to invest in other people to leverage their talents, their skills, maybe things that they know that you don't know, talents they have that you don't have, right? And then most importantly is time, because time is your greatest resource. And when you can delegate and you can leverage other people, it gives you time to focus on the most critical things that are going to help you grow your business. So don't underestimate this. It's one of the most important things. When you're developing your business, always ask yourself, do you have to do what you're doing? Is there someone who can do it better, or is there someone who can do it just to free up your time so you can do something that's more important in your business, right? That'll give you some insight into when to hire and how to hire. I know for myself, and this is the last thing that I'll say about it, but at one point running my business, I had 2 personal assistants. And then when I actually hired my assistants, I realized I'd waited far too long to do this because I just wasn't used to having people grocery shop for me or help me do personal tasks or help me manage a business in this way. But in hindsight, I realized I could afford to do it for a really long time, for at least over a year, and I was working endlessly and tirelessly to the point where I wasn't really sleeping. So the most intelligent thing I could have done would have been to hire a few personal assistants. So I did that. And now, better believe, anytime I feel like myself, I'm getting in a place where I'm getting too busy, I'm going to do that. So that's the second thing. And now the last thing, number 3, is the power of position. This is huge. I was actually just on a call 5 minutes ago with a client, and he was asking me, hey, Andrew, I'm going to be delegating my general manager position. What should my role really be? Now, the answer is that depends on who you are and what your skills are. But one thing that I can do to frame this is it's been said that the best sports teams aren't the teams that have the best players, right? It's the teams that have good players in the best positions, right? Because if you have a defender playing offense, you're not getting the most out of that role. And so when I say the power of position, I don't just mean for yourself, definitely for you as the owner of the business, but also for your staff, and realizing who's really the person that's meant to be in retail and communicating with the customers because they're very gregarious and they're really great with people. Who are the people who are more production oriented because they work quickly and they're efficient and they're detail oriented, right? So on and so forth. And there's so many positions that you'll fill, from marketers to, maybe sales reps to, the list goes on and on and on. And so realize how important positions are. Peter Drucker, who's one of the most famous mentors and managerial minds that's ever existed. I heard a story that once he was giving a college speech and someone asked him, Peter, what's the most important thing that you've learned? And this is when he was, I believe, in his 70s or 80s, much older and later on in his life and career. And he sat silent for a really long time, an uncomfortably long period of time. And then he went to the microphone and he said, who does what? Who does what is the most important thing that I've learned. And so realize that if you put the right people in the right positions, a lot of the problems in your business will get worked out, you included. So take time to introspect. For me, it took me a long time to really learn what my skill sets were, the things that I enjoyed doing, and the things that were going to bring the business the most value. So you have to contemplate that as you're bringing your business together and realize the phases that you'll go through. And maybe you have to discover that as well. You might not know the answer to that, but always be thinking and be aware of, am I doing the right thing? Am I positioned in the right place? And if not, how can I work my way to get there? So that's the top 3 things that I've learned. And there's more, and I'll probably make more videos about these elements and the critical things I've learned as an entrepreneur. But I want you to take these things to heart, and I hope this information has been helpful. If you haven't hit the like button yet, you definitely want to do that. Hit the like button below. And if you have any questions or comments, you know where that goes. If you want to just tell me that you like the content, always appreciate hearing from you guys. Put it in the comment box. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, you definitely want to subscribe. And there's also a notification bell. That way you'll get alerted anytime we release new content. Follow us on Instagram at StartAJuiceBar. Also, we have a podcast on iTunes. We also have a podcast on Spotify. You can find us at the Juice Bar Experts. Until next time, hope you're happy, hope you're healthy. And lastly, if you do want our support, we've got a full-scale agency. We can support you from A to Z, everything from your branding, your concepting, your menu design, all the way to training your staff. You can reach me personally at Andrew at StartAJuiceBar.com. Would be happy to have that conversation with you. And until then, hope you're happy, hope you're healthy. See you guys at the next video. Take care. I hope you guys have been enjoying all of the content. If you're in a place where you are really inspired to start your juice business, but you're not exactly sure what the next steps are, for you, we've created a free ebook, The 15 Steps to Starting Your Juice Business from Scratch. This is going to give you an overview of everything that you need to do from just having a concept all the way to launching your business. Beyond that, if you're inspired to go even deeper, we've created an online course, the Juice Bar Master Blueprint, that is going to go into great detail into every single area of launching a successful juice business. There's links for both of these in the description below. I know you'll find a lot of value out of them. As always, wishing you guys a lot of success, and I'll see you at the next video.